Let's go to our next subject. Tawana, you had a very interesting take in regards to the gender war.
Yeah.
We said now famously one of my favorite points about Kevin Samuels is that he said that the gender war was over and men won.
Okay.
Bernard, do you believe that? Just a quick yes or no.
No,
Okay.
no to the gender war being over.
Do
It's
you
not.
believe that men won?
If it's not over, they can't have. They couldn't possibly have won a war that's not over. Um, I, I, I think with Kevin Samuels blowing up as big as he did and having a major media platform that even though he said the gender war is over, I think yeah, that's a certain level of cap because his channel was a gender war channel. I mean that he I always say he dangled the shiny object of the high value men to get the women to come in so we can sit them down and debate Black
Mm,
manosphere talking points with them.
right,
So
right.
his
Yes.
channel was a gender war channel. Ain't no getting around that one. And so to have when you're talking about channels that dabble into the gender war, the mere fact that a man's channel was the biggest channel, millions of subscribers, got millions and millions of views per week, and he was, like I said, that propaganda war, that media war, he was stirring the pot of the culture. Everybody was basically responding to what he was doing, either making his arguments or trying to beat his arguments. So in that sense, yes, men were winning the gender war, and so now it's a little shaky right now. It's a little shaky right now,
Yeah.
it's a little shaky right now given the recent events. But no, men have definitely been winning as of late. If we're defining the gender war as like the battle of the sexes, the online talking points, rhetorical war of words between men and women, and just like it's like a war of ideas. So if we're talking about that, if that's how we're defining the gender war, oh man, definitely been curb stumping the eye for like the last year and a half, easy.
Okay. Tawana,
What? Okay. So tell me how are y'all winning? I don't understand how any man is winning a gender war. Like
Well, I just
fertility
defined it.
rates. I mean, women are becoming. First of all, are we talking about Black community? I feel like we give a lot of credit to people like he started some sort of gender war. Really, I
No,
don't
he didn't start it.
believe he started any kind of gender war. There's always been differences in women.
Mm-hmm.
The feminist movement happened and they got some things that they wanted. There's the LGBTQ high movements that are happening and people are winning. Like, what are you guys winning? No laws have been changed. Nothing has
Mm-hmm.
really benefited y'all. Y'all not in really no positions of power. Y'all don't have social power. Y'all don't have resources, wealth in your community. You don't control anything. How are you winning? What exactly are you
All right.
winning?
All right. I
I
can
don't
answer that real
know.
easy.
Bernard, go ahead and answer
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, no, I can answer that real easy. That's why I said, and I did a stream. I did a stream called "How to Define Victory in a Gender War," and I broke it up into two different parts. One of it was like I just described, just the online media war, the talking points battle, the talking points war. But then I then I put it out there. I did put it out there clear that now the actual gender war in the real world, the actual gender war, and in the real world I barely even would call it a gender war, but I was basically saying, you know how do you define victory in terms of that? Like that's not something that I could say that men are winning. Men have definitely lost. The feminist movement was a huge success. Was a huge success. And we have, the like you said, the low fertility rate and the lack of families, and the whole works because of that. Like, congratulations, you broke up families. Yay. But but so it's like, in that sense, no, y'all winning. Or as they, 304s is winning, as they say. Women are in a position to
I
where,
don't think that's a
yeah,
304. I think
no,
that's
no,
a
no, no.
direct
It's
reaction.
it's a saying. It's a saying in the space. But I was just throwing back to something. But no,
Disrespect.
it's real talk though. Real talk.
Yeah.
Right now, women are in position to where, yes, if they get an education, they go get a good job, they can go and be successful and make some decent money. If they fail at that, okay, there's a social safety nets for them if they fail at it. Like, it's really hard for a woman to fail. If she failed in terms of being successful on her own, or if she's not going the social safety net route, she can just set up, just go find a guy that's going to take care of her. Like, it's like, how does a woman lose in this modern world? It's like, it's so in that sense, women technically can't lose no matter what they do, no matter how they do it. They'll either figure out how to make it on their own, they'll find a man to take care of them, or they'll find the government to take care of them. So in that sense, yeah, they are winning. But as far as the media propaganda war and getting ideas, thoughts, views, and perspectives out there and defeating the other's arguments, that aspect of it, the online part of it, then yeah, I think men have done an effective job as of late doing that. But far as an actual change in reality, no, it hasn't progressed to that point yet. Hasn't progressed to that point yet.
Can I finish my point? Because what I was going to say was that men aren't even winning the verbal battles that he claims. So a lot of what happened with a lot of women, like a lot of women are educated, right? And so they know how to analyze data and reports. And so a lot of women are challenging a lot of the data that's come out, a lot of the things that's said. A lot of women are like, no, you guys are misinterpreting that. And actually that's not what it was saying. And it's been actually challenged and fact checked. And so a lot of talking points have been completely dismissed and have been found to be untrue. So I'm trying to figure out what, and being aggressive and harassing women and being angry and acting like animals is not winning the war. That's what men are doing in these spaces. And you think that that's winning the war. Actually, what you're doing, you're revealing how much of a monster you truly are. It's not really winning anything. It's just showing the truth about who you are and who people believe you to be. So if you think that being like verbally aggressive is winning some kind of war, no. What is winning the war is actually... I'm telling you that that's what is exhibited in these spaces. You said what men are doing in these spaces. That's what they're doing. Actually, that's the
But
that's what
if we're in a discussion and you say you say if you think that being verbally aggressive is winning, like I never said being verbally aggressive is winning. So if you're talking to me,
what men are doing in this space,
I mean, yeah, I could easily win an argument by bringing up with some of the worst examples of women are doing in the space. But I'd rather talk to you directly based off what you're saying and what you're thinking, and either you're right or you're wrong. So when you said that women are, more educated, or a lot of women are educated and they're looking at the facts and everything. Like, listen, this whole space and all the facts and stats and data and all the stuff that gets brought out there, nobody runs a finer tooth comb through it than the men. The men put out some data, other men check the data, and they argue and debate back and forth about the data, and sometimes the whole beef sprout up over people arguing over the facts in the stats. So women coming in saying, "Oh yeah, I looked at this and you didn't carry the 2 right there." Like it's
not just women. It's men it's men, especially white men, who are challenging some of you all's stats and data. It's not just it's definitely it's other races of people who are saying these stats are not right and actually challenging them and giving women some of the arguments actually. So it's not primarily women.
I would love. I mean, I would like examples on that. I would like examples on that. And I mean, keep in mind. Hold on. And let me say this. Hold on. Let me say this.
Reply.
Yeah.
And let me say this. I guarantee you won't name one that was put out there by a black man online that I can't guarantee you and provide links of other black men challenging him on it. So that's why I say that's why I'm trying to figure out why you say even white men said that was wrong. Well, who gives a damn what some white men said? We are on the job checking it.
I said other men are challenging, other groups, racial groups of men are challenging.
Racial groups of men who
not just white men. I mean, there's
okay. Who cares what other racial groups of men are doing? If we're on the job,
I do.
Oh, good for you. But
yeah, I do.
But no, okay, great. That's great. That's great. But but we're already on the job challenging and critiquing and running a fine-tooth comb through the things that we're saying. So I don't see that. I mean, I've heard rebuttals and counters. I've done plenty of videos, the people who have challenged a lot of the things that we've said. I've done plenty of streams where I did a counter to what they were saying and pulled up the data and pulled up the facts and read through it and worked through it. And so, I mean,
Yeah,
To
it's been
say
done
that,
on both ends. It's been done on both ends. So how do we know
okay,
which one of you are right and wrong?
well, there's a right
Well,
Everybody's
answer.
challenging
well,
everybody right here.
There's a
Tawana,
right answer and a wrong answer.
yes,
No.
and to be fair, Tawana,
Okay, but what's the point?
okay, Tawana,
Which point?
to be fair, to
Yeah.
be fair, what Bernard is saying is that he runs a space in which they do this on a daily basis, checking the facts and numbers. So you gotta have to give him concede a little bit to that point too.
Well, what facts? I don't concede to some. He didn't say a fact or a number that
Okay.
I'm like, oh, I'm fighting against. He just made a generalized statement. I mean, a lot of people think that they are putting out true information and factual information. I mean, we can name some, right? But
Mhm.
that's not necessarily true, right? We have to look at. I mean, people look at studies. People look at all types of different data. Studies might not be a true reflection of what the statistics are showing in certain areas. So I have to be clear where your source is and who and how
Hmm.
you're actually interpreting it. So yeah, I do think that it's important to know what data and where your source is. I
So
mean,
so
that's
so just
important.
to
Yeah.
so just to summarize this thing,
Yeah.
I Tawana, are men winning the gender war debate? Yes or no?
No.
Okay.
No, hell no.
Okay.
Not the debate, not the in real life, nowhere. They're just not winning.